god. Man, oh man, you guys have no clue what you're in for. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Well, I just watched Run. This one was directed by Anish Chaganty and it stars Sarah Paulson. It's on Hulu right now and it's a lot. This movie really got me, guys. Let's unpack it, shall we? So the main character in this film is a teenage wheelchair user named Chloe who is homeschooled, and she starts suspecting over time that her obsessively overprotective single mother, played by Sarah Paulson, is hiding some sinister secrets, and she can never tell these secrets to anyone. And if that plot summary sounds baseline to you guys, good. And I wanted to keep that plot summary as basic as possible for you guys because I really want you all to experience this film the way I did. I had no clue what I was getting into going in, and honestly, I could not have been happier with this turnout. Run is one of the undisputed best films of the entire year. Now, I mentioned at the top of the video that this film was directed by Anish Chaganty. If that name sounds familiar to you guys, this is the same fella that brought us Searching a couple years ago. It is an excellent family thriller. So I already knew just based off of Searching that this guy had tons of potential. And after Run, golly willikers, I cannot wait to see what else this guy has up his sleeve because this was just a stunning achievement. Mainly because I sat there completely stunned. I was very emotionally and mentally paralyzed because of all the batshit insane stuff that happens here. And again, don't worry guys, I'm gonna keep this review completely spoiler free even though oh, I really want to talk about it. But I think this film is going to hold up for years and years to come. And it's going to hold up a lot with all of these other super intense dramatic thrillers that I love. And I think a lot of that has to do with these performances. In a sense, at the forefront, this is the story of the daughter, Chloe, played by Kiera, who was phenomenal here. She was super easy to root for. You felt a lot of proper empathy for her in the situation she's in. Oh, and there's one other thing about her. She shows in various parts of this movie that she is as clever as they come. And let me tell you guys, it was so refreshing to see the intelligence of this lead character in a thriller like this. And she absolutely nails every aspect of this character. I cannot wait to see what Kiera does next. And keeping in the performance department, yeah, I gotta talk about Sarah Paulson because wow. Now, I'm convinced that everything Sarah Paulson touches is gold. If everything Sarah Paulson touches turns to gold, Run is like platinum. I'm serious, this just may be my favorite performance of hers. And this is coming from someone that's loved all of her work. She shows some very impressive range in this flick. She is a very kind and pleasant individual on the outside. But once the audience and our hero discovers more and more about her, man, oh man. She becomes extremely unsettling to watch, but you know what? That's the kind of unsettling that I love. And this is coming from an actress that's almost done it all at this point. She killed it in The People v. O.J. Simpson. She killed it in Glass, one of the bright spots of Glass, actually. And I think this role in Run beats them all. Seriously, she was excellent here. The way this film is directed also, Anish Chaganty does an excellent job with forced perspective and also the way he scares his audience. He's playing around a lot with the beautiful cinematography to provide some excellent tension. And there were a lot of points throughout this film that honestly did make me jump. Yeah, I'm shocked too. The jump scares were so well executed. You gotta love all the technicals here. Anish Chaganty's direction, the beautiful cinematography, the editing. Oh my gosh, the editing is so good. But you know what I may love the most? The screenplay. This thing is littered with subtext and dramatic irony. It almost reminds me of one of those old school Harold Pinter one-acts. And if you guys are not familiar with Harold Pinter, please, I urge you to look at some of his writing. And there's a film adaptation of one of his most famous plays called Betrayal, starring Jeremy Irons and Ben Kingsley. I think that's the perfect example to show you that Pinter is the absolute king of subtext. Betrayal is very simple, but it's very tense. Run is very similar in that regard. It plays around a lot with this subtextual character work, and it does so brilliantly, might I add. But you also have that dramatic irony, that bomb under the tea table. That is an excellent tool that Anish Chaganty mastered, and the result is a very tense thriller. I'm sure Sarah Paulson and Kiera were both chomping at the bit to dig more into this juicy dialogue, and I honestly would not blame them if that's the case. And if you couldn't tell already, I really loved this movie. I don't know. I don't know if it was better than Searching yet. I gotta watch them both again. But one thing I'll say to that point is that I think over the years to come, this film is gonna hold up among the great thrillers. An instant classic in a sense. Hell, I'd even go as far as to say it's gonna hold up to something like Misery, which I don't know if I can go that far yet. Misery I still think is the superior film, and I honestly think it will be. There is one key issue that is bogging Run down from being an A+. The third act and the climax especially, insanely predictable. Once the big plot twist is revealed to us through what feels like a big necessary pile of exposition waiting for Chloe, I was able to call all the events that happened after that. It's not like these events were executed poorly by any stretch, but after everything that preceded it, how it was such an expertly crafted story, and the building blocks just upping the tension from scene to scene, the third act felt like a supreme letdown by comparison, just because I was able to correctly guess all the events that would happen after that big plot twist. And speaking of, on the surface, just based off of the first watch, I wasn't really a big fan of the ending. Not that it was bad, but I honestly kind of wanted a more cathartic kick to it. I guess I just wanted a little bit more of that revenge factor. I don't know, maybe I'll like this movie even more as I rewatch it. I'm sure I will. I'm saying that maybe I'll like the ending more, because right now it's just really not doing a whole lot for me thinking about it. All that being said though, obviously I think Run is excellent, one of the best films of the entire year. I'm gonna give it an A. I'll be damned, Anish Chaganty has done it again. In case you couldn't tell, I definitely recommend you guys all check out Run, especially if you guys are big fans of Searching like I was. Or I mean, just in general, if you're a fan of white-knuckled thrillers, I think Run is gonna be the one for you. It's on Hulu right now. I promise you guys, I promise, you're not gonna regret this. But have you guys seen Run yet? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you not? What did you guys make of the ending? I would love to hear all of those thoughts and then some down in the comments section below. I would love to discuss all your thoughts further with y'all. And if you guys are enjoying this content and you guys want to see more from me down the line, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell down below as hard as you possibly can so you guys can stay in the loop. Anytime I upload a new video on the channel, you guys will be the first ones to know. And hey, if you guys enjoyed this review, also please be sure to leave a like on the video on your way out. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, look out for more exciting content hitting the channel very soon, including further discussion of newer films and TV shows, as well as the continuation of my David Fincher series leading up to the release of Mank. You guys are awesome. Seriously, thank you all for clicking on the video. Thank you for watching all the way through. Thank you for your support of the channel so far also. It really does mean the world. And with all that being said, back talk, commence!